Hey everyone, Happy Dude here. Now, I've been playing Resident Evil 9 and I'm really enjoying it. It's just a masterpiece. It's a bit like Resident Evil 2, but this time with Leon and Grace. And with Grace, you play all the horror stuff, and with Leon, you play all the action stuff. And it's really fun to play with these two characters. But today we're gonna talk about the graphics and the settings. So now it's in native 4K, and for some reason the AMD software or my OBS software does not want to record all the FPS and all the other data that should be in the right corner. You saw it at the beginning of the video, but it just disappears once we play. Anyway, this is with ray tracing and path tracing off. So just native 4K, no upscaling, no frame gen. And I will show you the graphic settings. So motion blur is off. I hate that stuff. All the other movie effects are also off. Ray tracing is off. Path tracing cannot be activated in the menu when you have a AMD card. I have the latest 9070 XT, but I'm very curious to try it out. There is a way. I will show it to you later in the video. Now let's take a look at the face of Grace, and that looks just horrible without ray tracing. Yeah, normally you play in first person mode, so you don't see it, but when you play in third person you can actually see it. And even with ray tracing on, you don't really have a clear vision in mirrors. You only have that when path tracing is on. And then Grace, the face of Grace actually looks normal. Okay, so now let's turn on ray tracing. Now you can't actually do that in the menu while you're playing. You actually have to quit your game and then do it in the options. Okay, so let's just do that, and I'm going to show you the difference between off, normal and high. It's very handy that you can actually see that in the menu. Now there's a big difference between off and normal. The difference between high and normal is a bit more subtle, but when you look very closely you can actually see that in the background you have a lot more detail in ray tracing. When it's on normal, it's on the focus area, just where you're looking. On high, it's just everywhere. Okay, so it's now turned on high settings in native 4K, and you can see that the FPS is very choppy. You can't see it, but I can, and it's 35 FPS, and it was 80 FPS without the ray tracing, so a very big performance drop. And now you can see all the reflections in the windows, in the rain, the umbrellas, on the cars. It really looks amazing. It's a big difference. But the FPS is, well, actually unplayable. 35 FPS, and it's very stuttery. So to fix that, we can use the latest update from AMD. That is FSR 4, I believe. Upscaling, yeah. You can choose between FSR 1, but why would you? Just pick the best. Oh, the newest one is 4.0.3, so we also got a little update. That's right, I downloaded that yesterday. So not only in this game, but in other games, there will be better performance, and it will also look a lot better. It's sharper, it's more accurate, and now you can see that the FPS is very smooth. And now we get a very solid 60 FPS. So I'm very happy with that. 60 is enough. if it's smooth. I don't like it when it's jumping between 30, 40, 60, 80. I'd rather have a very solid 60 FPS. And yeah, as you can see, it looks amazing. It's on all the objects around you. But path tracing is even more accurate than ray tracing. You will see that later on. Just look at this car. Take a good look at the reflections, because with path tracing it's even more. And here's the face of Grace. Yeah, here it is. Let me give you a comparison. So on the left is with ray tracing and on the right is without, and it looks like she's seen a ghost. Well, actually that's very plausible in Resident Evil. Here you can see the difference on the car, ray tracing on the left, and on the right ray tracing off. So yeah, that's a big difference. So yeah, big difference there. Now let's turn on path tracing. So close the game, then open your drive where the game is installed. For me it's installed through Steam, so open program files x86, then open the Steam folder, and then open up Steam apps, then open up Common, should be the first folder, and then Resident Evil Requiem. And then inside that you will see the config file. You open that and there should be a line that's called ray tracing. Yeah, it's right there, just above refresh rate. So ray tracing setting is high, and all you need to do is replace the word high with path tracing underscore standard. Then close the file and save it, and now we can restart the game and see the results. I'm actually very curious to see, because there was a warning that the performance would be really bad and also the visuals. Okay, the game starts up and it is loading. That's always a good sign. But will it run or just crash? So many possibilities. Yeah. And ooh, that looks rough. It looks like it's snowing instead of raining. Look at the road. It's full of snowflakes.
It should be around here.
Wow, that looks terrible. Well, the lightning looks great. You can actually see the red neon in the hair of Grace. And also in the reflection of the cars. So there is more ray tracing now, but oh my god, look at the buildings and the roads and the umbrella. So many white spots. That's why you need a very good denoiser, and Nvidia has that. That's the only way to make path tracing work. There are so many tricks to get ray tracing and path tracing working. You have to use AI upscaling, AI denoiser, frame generation, so many tricks just to get this technology to work. Wow, so that's why they didn't want to activate that option in the menu for AMD GPUs. Now we know. Oh, and by the way, the FPS is terrible. It's only 30 FPS. I bet you guys already noticed that it is very, very choppy. A lot of micro stutter also. It's the same when you turn frame generation on. You get a lot of micro stutters. You can't see it on the screen, but I can when I was playing live. Yeah, so that looks terrible, so I'm going to edit the config file again. Here you can see the face of Grace. That looks a bit better, but with a lot of snow on her face. Ooh, and look at all the particles in her neck. Wow, that looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, so I'm not going to use that.